Modern Dude Chat is brought to you by Beard Supply. BeardSupply.com. All natural beard care grooming products for your beard. Beard care for wildlife. Hey guys, welcome to the Modern Dude Chat podcast. We're your hosts, Cody and Chuck. We're getting ready to wow ya. Stay tuned.
On this episode of Modern Dude Chat, we got llamas, concerts, bourbon, posties. We're going to remember 9/11. Got new Apple info. Whether we care or not, we have it. And then we got our NFL updates and pick'em results and picks for next week. So stick around.
Did you say AB?
Unfortunately, yes. We do have... trust us, we ain't sticking long on AB, but we do have to talk about it. Stick around. Stay tuned. We got a lot of stuff coming at you. Now let's get it. Yo, what is up? This is Modern Dude Chat. We're back for another round.
Let's go. Let's go, Chuck.
Let's go, dude.
Let's kick it off.
Let's go.
We got no time to waste. Let's go. Let's go. No time to waste.
No time to waste. All right.
Just kidding.
Okay.
What's up, man?
Don't rush me like that. I'm already breaking out in a sweat. No pressure.
Speaking
man.
of sweat, I am sick and tired. Tired. Did you hear that? That's my Texas accent.
Tired?
I'm sick and tired of the Texas
tired
heat.
Of being sick and tired.
What about you? Are you done with it?
Everything around me is burning up. Yes.
So freaking done with it, dude.
I'm not built for summer. So by that, I mean,
disgusting.
I sweat. I mean, like the other night I walked out.
Not you. I mean, it's just disgusting all around.
I got you.
You know
I feel
what I mean?
you. We can be honest with each other. No, like I walk out and I'm not outside 2 minutes and I have like beads of. It's not even like dirty sweat. It's just like moisture coming out of my forehead. Yeah. It's not like workout sweat or nothing. It's just I stand outside and all of a sudden I have beads of sweat coming down my face.
So sick of it, dude.
Yeah, it's gross.
I'm ready for fall. Where is the fall?
I'll say it. I ain't scared. I'm ready for winter. I like the cold weather.
If we could go straight to winter, I'm down with that.
I like putting on a hoodie and I like putting on a jacket.
No, I'm not. I do like fall. I like fall fires. You know, that warm stout sitting next to a fire
that warm your heart.
Yeah,
and remind you of days
or that
gone
warm
by.
That warm whiskey and bourbon.
Okay,
you know what I mean.
I feel you.
I'm so sick and tired of the freaking heat.
But you know what makes the heat better?
What makes the heat better?
That there's football on Thursday.
That's true.
Saturday, Sunday, and Mondays.
All the time.
Which means right now, Tuesday, luckily I have this, and Wednesday are the worst days of the week.
Dude, okay, wait. What days did you say? It's pretty much Tuesday and Wednesday, right?
Yeah, that's what I said, Tuesday, but the podcast makes Tuesday okay.
Wouldn't it be funny if the XFL just came in and just took up one of those days, Tuesdays or Wednesdays?
Well,
so then it leaves like one day left with no football?
Well, so the XFL is doing it smart, which is they're not playing their football during the NFL season.
Oh, okay.
So they can be on whatever day they want to be.
That's pretty smart.
But anyway.
How was your weekend, Chuck? Was it pretty good?
Dude, yeah. It was wasn't bad at all. I mean, took it easy for the most part. We had a couple of birthdays and celebration stuff we had to do, but
nice.
Yeah, I sat on my ass and watched football all weekend, so it was fantastic.
Heck yeah.
And then, side note, dominated fantasy
dominated
football.
You
dominated.
Did. Dude, how are you feeling about your spreadsheet?
I feel like a mad scientist right now.
Because you killed it. I mean, you killed it this weekend. I mean, your numbers were up, so, I mean, you have to feel pretty confident about...
Yeah.
About planning ahead like you did.
No, well, yeah, and I don't want to get too cocky and too ahead. I mean, it is week one, but you talk about like nailed picks.
Yeah, dude, I was watching you all freaking weekend and watching you just slay mofos Like it was
Dude,
nothing.
Yes, and I'm real excited because like in our league, I drafted Dak Prescott and Lamar Jackson, so I had like the 1 and 2 quarterbacks for the week.
Yeah.
And I drafted Lamar Jackson in my other league, so one league I started Dak, other league I started Lamar.
Nice.
Needless to say, I destroyed people.
Yeah. Did you see his press conference after?
Yes, and it was fantastic. Like even when he came out I remember when he came out in the draft, like I thought it was stupid they were trying to make him a running back.
Yeah.
So it was funny. It was good stuff.
I saw a caption somewhere. They were like, "He really went there." I think it's probably Barstool or somebody.
Oh,
like
I'm
that.
sure. But yeah, don't want to get sidetracked early on
man,
sports.
you killed
but
it. I know, but I'm just saying.
Because I'll save that for when we get down to sports. But anyway, so
I didn't mean to bring it up.
No, dude, I'm amped, dude. I'm feeling good, man. After the first week of football, games went right, fantasy went good. Like I'm in a good place. So when you get, people get triggered, this is like a positive trigger. Like I get excited and want to talk about it. But we won't do that right now. I want to hear about your weekend because I know you had some stuff go down.
Dude, yeah, I had a pretty good weekend. So Friday night, went and saw Paul Cawthon. That was the Fresh track last week. His album release show, went with my brother and his girl. And, dude, we had a blast. That show was great. It was a sold-out show in Dallas at the Kessler. Freaking amazing. I mean, you talk about, like, he knows how to put on a show. He's up there dancing. Like he really knows how to put on a good show, and we had a good time. Probably stayed up way too late. We came back and just kind of hung out, but it was good to get out. It's been a minute.
Nice.
So
dude, I was thinking about
fun.
I was thinking about that today. Just that the fact that I can't remember the last time I went to Dallas or DFW area to do anything.
Yeah, dude.
It's
it
been
was
a minute.
nice. It was nice. And then Saturday. So wake up Saturday, and we've got my, she's now 7, Hazel. We had her birthday party. And this was no basic birthday party.
You've told me off the record about this deal, and it's
go
ahead.
So
I don't have any words to describe it.
I'm gonna shout it out because I think it's pretty dang cool. It took me a minute to get on board with it because it's just a new, it's just new. Like I've never been in this space.
If
none of us have,
if
honestly,
my wife came at me with this idea, I would tell her no way. So the fact you went along with it is good.
Well, dude, okay. So let me start with this. So Hazel turned 7, right? And she's all about llamas right now. And so she wanted to have a llama party. Okay, so real quick backstory. We live right down the road from my mother-in-law. And she has a park behind her house. It's got a little pond and like a sidewalk that walks around the park. So we're out there hanging out one day, and there is this line of llamas being walked by humans around the pond. Like pets. And we were just like, what the heck is that? So, of course, we went out there and we were like, those are freaking llamas. And these llamas are like legit. Like these are very well kept.
These are real deal, 100%
real deal llamas. Yeah. And so anyways, come to find out, we look it up, and Chuck, I live here in the downtown area. Like I said, right down the road from my mother-in-law. Not even 2 minutes down the road is this what they call the Shangri-Llama Castle. There is a castle 2 minutes down the road from us. Didn't know it up until now. And so we looked it up, and of course, it just all kind of like fell into place. She's really into llamas right now, and I think have you seen all the llama stuff, like the party section?
The stars align.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I get it.
These people have like, you know, people say like timing is everything. Boom, timing is everything. They built a castle, which is their house, by the way, 2 minutes down the road, and this is where they hold the llamas. So
this is where they hold the llamas.
Yeah. So there's like a
lake out front.
It's a whole thing. Yeah, there's a huge pond out front. The house looks like a castle, and they call it they're royal llamas. So it's kind of like a play on like there's a king, there's a queen, there's a prince and a princess, blah 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 blah.
For each llama
For each
has
llama.
a different role.
Yes. By the way, one of the llamas is called Barack. Barack Llama.
Nice. Of course. Why
Yeah,
not?
Yeah. So, anyways, we went. They host birthday parties, of course.
Of course. What else are you gonna do?
Yeah,
With a llama castle.
with a list of other things that they do. And I was looking. So the website is Shangri Llama. If you look it up, I highly encourage everybody to look it up. This is in Royce City, Texas. SHANGRI Llama LLAMA.com. You can meet the royal llamas, which is what we did. We had a birthday party with the llamas, all the llamas,
This is tripping me out right
in
now.
a room. And I took pictures. I took great
I
pictures.
did.
I'll
You did take great pictures.
I'll
They're
post them.
great.
I'll post them on the story this week for this episode on Modern Do Chat. They do llama walks, which is where we first saw the llamas, right? They have llama lessons. They have llama parties. They have school visits, bridal photos. Chuck, they have bridal photos. You can take your bridal photos with a llama.
I wish someone would have told me that when I
And
got married.
Commercial filming. So the king llama that I showed you pictures of earlier,
Yeah.
there's a freaking GameStop TV commercial with one of their llamas in it. Look at that guy.
Oh, he's all white. He's majestic.
That's the king. That's the one that I took a
That's
picture
the
with.
mother effing king.
Yeah. So, anyways, that was there's even like a TV series or like a little mini series
Llama
called
Cop?
Llama Cop. And this is 2 minutes
Oh
down
my
the road
gosh.
from our house.
That's
So,
fantastic.
real quick, meet the royal llamas. We have King of the Castle. That's Dalai Lama, obviously. Barack Llama is the prince. The Duke of Castle Barn. That's Como T Llama.
Oh my gosh.
Earl of the Castle Barn. That's Bahama Llama. What's a Viscount of the Castle Barn? You know what a Viscount is?
I don't know, but his name is
It's
fantastic.
Pajama Llama.
Pajama Llama.
You have Drama Llama,
Of
who's
course.
the Baron of
oh,
the
yeah,
castle.
the Baron.
And the Knight of the Castle is Sir Lancel Llama. Dude. So it was weird, and now that I'm looking at everything that goes into it, it was kind of cool.
That's one of those things you got to fully commit to.
You got to really fully commit. And so they provided like all the food, the cake, and you get to hang out with the llamas and pet them, and you learn a lot of facts. Like, so here's one real quick fact. Okay, I don't want to go too long on this.
Too late.
Llamas have only been in the United States for 30 years. Can you believe that?
No, that's kind of...
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, that is crazy.
They obviously
That's weird news.
they were shipped over here from overseas, but they have only been in the United States for 30 years. So I thought that was a pretty cool fact. So to have these llamas, and these are really cool llamas. Like they're really well kept, beautiful.
Yeah, they're royalty.
Llamas. Yeah, they're royalty. Anyways, I highly encourage everybody to go check that out. Shangri Llama. We had a blast. To top it off, my now 7-year-old, said it was the best birthday party she'd ever have. So
And that's all that really
that's
matters.
all that frickin' matters. So that's what happened this
Living
weekend.
her best life at
Living
the
her best
Castle
life.
de Llama.
With a few friends. You can only invite a few friends to the birthday party, but she handpicked her friends, and they had a blast as well. So, hey, that's what I did Saturday.
That is an event,
hung out
sir.
with llamas.
That is an event. Oh, man.
Yeah. So,
All right.
anyways,
Well,
you know where to plan your daughter's next birthday
dude,
party.
for real. She would be all over that. Well, it's kind of like last year we did my dad's church. They have a horse arena.
Yeah.
She's been
yeah.
into horses, so
That was a great party.
we had it out in the
I went
horse
to that.
arena.
Yeah,
and
I
we
brought
had
the girls.
We had the ponies and all that stuff.
Heck yeah.
She'd be all up in that llama castle.
Dude,
Princess and animals.
Yes.
Done. Sold. All right, let's get into the feature this week. I'm gonna let you pour it up
'Kay.
while I talk about it because I'm actually bringing this one to the table, and I'm bringing it to the table because one of our listeners picked this up on a trip in Tennessee, loaned it to us to try.
Respect.
Now, whatever we don't drink, we have to return so they can
Yeah. That's how
complete
special this
the
is.
bottle. But yeah, this is this is called.
Hey, shout out to Chuck for bringing in a bourbon, bro.
Yeah, spoiler alert, I brought a bourbon. This is the Bell Mead Bourbon Madeira Cask Finish. This is the third release in the award-winning Special Cask Finish series. And this is, okay, there it is. Bell Mead. And this is from the Nelson's Greenbrier Distillery in Nashville, Tennessee.
We looked these guys up previously. Did a little research. Really, really freaking cool story.
While Cody's pouring us up a glass, I'll give you the Cliff Notes version of the story. So this distillery, was around in the 1800s and basically went extinct during Prohibition. And these guys, these Nelson brothers or whatever, in 2006, they just graduated college. They stopped at a roadside gas station in Nashville, and there was a historical marker about this distillery. Now, they'd always heard stories and rumors that there was a distiller in the family, and they didn't know how big a deal it was. So basically, they talked to an older fella that said, yeah, the building's still up there. They went, some of the old stuff was still there, and there's actually a historical society that still had the original bottles and stuff from the original distillery. So that sparked their idea to bring back the distillery that was basically been abandoned and forgotten for 100 years.
Unbelievable.
So
Cool.
So they have they have quite a few different variations. This particular one is a limited edition. This is actually batch number 1804 and bottle number 1767.
I love it when people do that. And it's handwritten.
Yeah, and even the label, it says small batch and handcrafted.
Yes.
And this is finished in Malmsey Madeira cask. So they actually put a blend of bourbons.
This is right up my alley.
I'm
over here shaking my head.
Wine, they're wine barrels.
Yes.
And that's how they finish. So it's a proprietary blend of well-aged bourbons that are rested to finish in Malmsey Madeira cask. High rye content, 90.4 proof. Here's Cody's favorite part, tasting notes.
Yes.
For your nose, we got floral with vanilla and hints of toffee with a T.
Yes.
And for your palate, I got some dark wildflower honey, vanilla, dried black cherry, caramelized sugar, and baking spices.
Oh, my God.
And a soft, velvety feel.
Velvety. Give it to me.
And then for your finish, we got a lengthy finish mimicking the palate with a touch of malt and chocolate.
Jeez Louise.
So, yeah. So they have.
Did you mention who handed this off to you? Or
I just said I said a listener.
Okay.
I already touched on it.
Shout out to the listener.
So, yeah.
Thank you very much. That was very generous.
Speaking of which, we always are looking for recommendations.
Yes.
If you got something you want us to try or something we have to check out, let us know so we can get on it and bring it to the podcast.
Yes.
So, yeah, this is the Bell Mead Bourbon finished in Malmsey Madeira cask. Are you ready?
I'm so ready.
I know you are.
Again, shout out to the listener.
He was telling me about
Super
this,
generous.
and I was like, yeah, this has Cody's
That's
name written
awesome.
all over it.
I'm
So,
excited.
against my better judgment,
Never heard of this.
we're going to dive in.
Cheers, brother. And cheers to the listener.
Ooh, I just
Gosh,
smelled it.
Smells so good.
Oh, I love our different reactions to the
smells
smell.
so good.
You're smelling Kevin. I'm smelling my worst nightmares.
Oh my gosh. Time out.
Yeah, woo.
That might be the smoothest bourbon I've had yet to date. Chuck, that went right down. That just went right down.
Good for you. Whew. Yeah, I can feel it going all the way down from tongue to belly. I can feel it. Gonna take another swig. Cody's
That's great.
head's like spinning
That's
over here.
great. That is so good. Good pick.
The
like
lingering taste afterwards is good.
There's a lot of flavor. I'm trying to like wrap my head around.
Like
it
I have
right now.
not taken another drink yet, and I'm still like picking up
Really smooth,
stuff.
velvety again. It goes down really easy, honestly. Man, I'm gonna take another swig here.
Go for it, and then yeah,
It's got a really unique aroma. I can tell that you can tell that it was aged in the cask.
okay. I took my second sip. It does taste good, but it's just not me. So, I'm gonna rate
good.
it. I'm going
Let's
for a
go.
rating. I'm going for a
Okay.
rating. So
I just took like 4 little
the
swigs. It's really good.
yeah, it's
It's good stuff.
it is good.
I want to hear the rate.
I really do like the aftertaste, but getting to the aftertaste just isn't. I mean, I can feel it going all the way down, and it does burn, and I just not
So-
my thing.
I will say before you give it a rating,
Now, Cody, you're
compared to whiskeys or bourbons you've had in the past,
yeah,
how smooth did that go down? For one,
yeah.
Okay, just consider that, and then the flavor profile. Now go.
Okay, I'm gonna.
Just wanted you to consider
I was
those
gonna
things.
give it a 6.
Okay, I just want you to consider those things.
I was
before
gonna
you
give it a
rating.
6, but it does get a 0.5 bump because, like I said, once I get through the burn and like the initial taste of it, which I don't like not the initial taste, but that burn, the whiskey bourbon burn you get, you can feel it going all the way down. Sometimes it makes me want to throw up. Once you get past that, like the lingering aftertaste in your mouth is really good. So it gets a 0.5 bump. So 6.5 for this one. The one we had last time is still my all-time favorite. And the bar was, and that was
not to mention Chuck has been raving.
And that
Chuck
was-
has never texted me during the week about a whiskey, and he texts me, I don't know how many times, at least once or twice after the episode, and said, dude, he made a special point to text me specifically about the whiskey, the Basil Hayden's, and said, I want that bottle. If you can get me a bottle of that, I want it. That was the best whiskey that he's had.
So that was the bar set at 7.5. So this is a
Right on.
6.5. But like I said, I don't like the beginning, but the aftertaste is great. What that makes me think, if you are into this kind of thing, this is great because
yeah.
if I just like the aftertaste, for someone who likes the whole deal,
Yeah.
you get it all.
And we're no whiskey connoisseurs over here, but
no, heck no.
we're amateurs as far as like
we just
describing
drank-
this crap.
we just-
I
we just
like,
drank
I
stuff
just
and decided
thoroughly
if it's
enjoy
good.
It.
Yeah.
And I will say, Chuck, the color on this one again is
Dude, I'm telling you, the aftertaste is great. Like I still got hints of it in my mouth. I'm not taking another drink.
yeah, you are.
No, I'm not.
You will. I know you will.
No, we'll see. well, hey, when we touch on this Apple segment in a minute, yeah, you're right. I probably will. But all right, we know we got fresh tracks this week.
Good stuff.
Because
We're on the same page with that.
our dude dropped a banger.
He did. Posty.
Post Malone.
You want to go with it or me?
You go. I'm just saying. I'm
Or do you
aware
wanna-
of
you just
it.
wanna attack
I
it.
don't
Both
wanna-
of us attack
I don't
it.
want to take credit for it, but yeah.
Everybody. Okay, here's one thing I've noticed. Everybody that I've seen on social media had. What's funny is everybody has said the same thing. The new Post Malone is fire.
Yes.
So, yeah, I have to agree. It's okay. Few things here.
Yeah.
It's-
You were
it's
a little
more-
you were a little more critical of it.
Yeah,
Than I was.
It's more poppy than I expected. Fine. I think that's Post Malone can do that because he is a well-rounded musical artist, and he can do that. He can play the guitar. He can rap. He can do pop songs. So I think he kind of just he bundled all of that into one. I mean, he has freaking Ozzy Osbourne on one of his
I was
tracks.
about to say that's like
which is one of my favorites.
yes.
With Travis Scott.
Yeah, it's Ozzy Osbourne and Travis Scott.
Yes.
And that one's called Take What You Want.
Yes. So I listened to the album. I actually listened to it early. It was I think it came out Friday, right?
It did, but it leaked.
And I listened. It was on Apple iTunes Thursday night.
Okay.
I was up at the office working, and I started playing that thing, dude, and I was jamming.
Well,
out.
I know some of it leaked early.
Oh yeah, the whole album was released Thursday
and then
night.
I think they just like let it fly.
Yeah. They released it Thursday night officially. I mean, officially it was supposed to release Friday, but it was out there on Apple iTunes Thursday night.
Yeah.
Maybe not anywhere else, but it was on Apple. iTunes.
When I woke up, I saw it.
It was on Apple iTunes.
I think the Ozzy Osbourne
Do
one.
you see what I'm doing there?
Yeah, I'm ignoring it. It's so stupid. I think the Ozzy Osbourne track is leaked. Maybe the whole album leaked. But I know the Ozzy Osbourne one was out there before Friday. And then when I woke up on Friday, it was already out there on Amazon.
So one thing I was a little disappointed about, he has a lot of his previous tracks that have already released throughout the year on the album, like the Spider-Man track.
Yeah.
Wow was on there.
Yeah.
Quite a few other tracks.
Goodbyes.
Yes. Circles, which was an early release on this album. I wasn't a huge fan of, but so it kind of left me with like we have already listened to like 5 or 6 of those songs on the album.
This is so interesting to me.
Right?
No, well, here's why. I was going to say one of the things I thought was awesome about it is that all the songs that have been released on various soundtracks and other records and stuff, they're all in one place.
No, man. I want that space to be new tracks.
No.
Yes.
No, see,
We've already heard that shit. I want to hear the new stuff.
I like the new stuff, but I like the fact that I can just play this one album and still get the other songs.
Agreed. It makes for a good album. Totally agree.
Yeah,
but I want to hear. I want to hear 6
I know.
New tracks.
I'm just saying it's all in one place. If I want to listen to the Spider-Man Sunflower, I don't have to go searching around for it. It's on this album.
Or Wow. Wow's a banger.
Wow. Yeah,
I love Wow.
now you don't have to go searching for it.
I wish you would have filled that space. with something new.
It's a 17-track album, and like 4 of them are so. I mean, he still put.
I get it. Yeah.
I liked it.
A lot of it's a little poppy though. And which I'm fine with. But there's some good shit on there too, though.
I think pretty much all the features, like everything that has a feature.
Yeah. Well,
solid.
Track number 2, Saint Tropez,
I
think, or Trope. I don't know how you pronounce that. That is my favorite track, to be honest. And Hollywood. The album's called what? Hollywood Beginnings.
Hollywood's Bleeding.
Oh, God.
Yeah, way off.
Please scratch that. Hollywood's Bleeding. That first track is good because you think it's going to start off slow. Did you start it out like that?
Yeah.
Everybody did. You start the album off playing Hollywood's Bleeding, and then it just, boom, banger. It gets into it, and it sets the tone for the entire album, which I think he did really good with that. And you know what else he's going to do with that? Like Posty Fest, that's going to be here in Dallas, November 2nd at AT&T Stadium. Last year was at Jexa. We went and had a good time. But he's going from this little small venue, Jexa Energy, or whatever it is now, Smirnoff, Dos Equis.
He's going to the big house.
He's going to the big house. I mean, and within a year's time. So he's going to AT&T Stadium where the Cowboys live, and I couldn't be more excited for him.
On one of these songs, he's talking about, hey, you didn't talk to me when I was playing in my garage or whatever, and how you going to talk to me now I'm playing stadiums?
Yeah. Well, and he shouts out Prescott and wow. So I'm happy for him, and I think it's a great album all the way through.
I really like the features. The Take What You Want, that's Ozzy Osbourne, and then the Die For Me with Future and Halsey.
What's the Meek Mill one?
On the Road, which was the next one I was going to. Yeah. On the Road with Meek Mill and Lil Baby.
Yes, all the features.
And actually, a lot of these features are going to be at Posty Fest.
Yes.
So you might get some of these out there.
I'm trying to go.
I am too, but that's the day I leave for Disney World,
I know,
so
right?
I can't
you told
go.
Me that.
Yeah, I saw it was coming out. I was like, yes. Then I saw the date. I was like, dang it.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's
Hey, good for Post Malone, man.
Yeah.
Freaking.
So,
I think all the way through.
Dude,
all the way through.
The thing I like about him is that first album was a banger.
Yes.
And then like he has followed up. Whatever he's doing, just keep the mojo rolling and ride this hot train, because everything he's putting out is fire.
And he's such a he's a good dude too.
We're at least 3 albums and a bunch of features in, and everything he touches is fire right now.
He's a superstar.
So let's roll that. Let's roll with that.
Let's go.
Okay.
Way to go, Post Malone.
Let's get
We would love to have you on the podcast.
Yeah,
I'm just saying.
let's make that happen. Okay, let's get serious for a moment.
Okay.
Let's get
Let's go. Let's transition.
yeah, we're gonna calm for a second because
Enough Llama talk and Post Malone.
as we record this, it is September 10th.
Yes.
And tomorrow is September 11th, which really needs no other introduction or explanation. So that was 2001. It's now 2000. So what's that? 18 years?
Yeah.
Since September 11th happened, and yeah, just remembering. Every time this comes around, it's kind of you see all the video packages, the documentaries, the memorials and tributes, and it kind of just. I don't know about you, but it takes me right back to that place, like when I found out. Like we were sophomores in high school.
Yeah.
When that happened,
I don't think anybody could. Or let me take that back. Everybody remembers where they were when this happened, right?
Yes.
I mean, you can't not remember where you were when you found out about this. And we happened to be in the same spot.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Which is awesome because to talk about this 18 years later, we're sitting here podcasting, but we were sitting in the same classroom.
Yeah.
Watching this unfold and being devastated, or really just trying to process.
Well, because in our high school, we did have TVs in all the classrooms.
Yeah,
you could syndicate. That's what happened when the news broke. All the TVs went to the news channel. We literally in every classroom.
Yeah.
We watched the news feed, and the very first class after everything was going down, or while everything was going down, was our I think English class or something. So we were in the same class at the same time watching a video. And this stuff go down. And I remember, I watched it all day, and I watched it all night. I went home and was glued to the TV, in a bad way. I was upset. It was one of those moments. I don't know if I talked to my mom or not, but it was I was feeling emotions that day.
Yeah, it was sad.
That
it was
crazy. And
it was scary.
That was
too.
one of them just moments in every generation has a moment in time that they, remember where, like JFK getting shot or Challenger and stuff like that. And 9/11's a big one for multiple reasons. But actually, how I found out. Do you remember exactly how you found out?
So here's a snapshot of how I remember it. I remember, and I think we talked about this earlier. I remember walking through the hallway and hearing somebody talk about terrorists or planes flying into buildings in New York, but it was in between classes, moving from one class to the other, and that class happened to be upstairs. So it took a while. I think my class previous was downstairs. So walking up there, everybody's talking about it already, right? And this is 2001? So cell phones are not I mean, you're playing Snake, right? On your cell phone at this point, right? Is that Nokia age? Really, really early stages of
that's when the screen was green.
Yeah.
And it was just a digital screen.
Yeah, nobody's getting
there was no internet and
you're
stuff
not getting
that.
your updates or CNN updates or whatever notifications on your phone, nothing. It's word of mouth. And what I was going to talk about is when you mentioned the TVs in our classroom, we were lucky enough to have TVs in every classroom, which was, in my opinion, technologically advanced at that point.
Right.
In 2001 for our district, to have a TV mounted up in the corner, and they used to play daily news right up there. Do you remember that?
I don't
or something to that effect.
Yeah, no, because I was in the
school news.
Yeah, no, I was in
we had our own media team.
I was in the media class.
Yeah,
so yeah, we did.
Which one guy I specifically remember? He is now at a news station.
Yeah, no, yeah, for real.
Yeah, Mr. Mosley.
Yep,
freaking love that guy.
Mr. Mark Mosley.
Heck yeah, shout out to him.
Yeah, but
anyways,
they had those.
Imagine not having the TV in our classroom though, and then just kind of being. You don't know what's going on type thing until you get out of school and you go home and then you watch TV, right? So we were pretty blessed in that manner to be able to sit there and watch it in class. But, Chuck, we were both in the same class. English, right?
Yeah, well, and how? So this is how I remember finding out. And
How did you find out?
so I was in like history class or whatever, something like that. And one of my teacher's former students was going to school in New York.
Okay.
And like as we were leaving class or at the end of class, she got a phone call
I remember you telling me this
and
story.
she was talking about basically just in passing as we were leaving or whatever, or getting ready to leave. She kind of got freaked out for a second, and she mentioned something about a plane going into a building in New York.
You know what? And that might have been the source of like the information, and then it spread.
Yeah, because I
You
mean,
think?
well,
Because she was kind of like
because
firsthand.
the only other way information was getting spread back then was text message or phone calls.
Right. Right.
And I mean, this is before the news was turned on in our school.
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
So that may have been where it started. But I mean, she got a phone call. We were in class, and she got a phone call and then talking about a plane ran into a building, and then it was one of those moments like, you know, it's kind of like, oh, that's odd, but it wasn't.
Yeah.
You didn't.
That was
know,
the first plane.
Yes.
But then when the second plane,
Right.
then it was like, okay,
Yeah.
this is an attack.
Yeah. That's when things changed.
Right.
So anyway, yeah, that and I still get those. I still remember like where I was, how I felt. I still watch all the documentaries and all anything I can. And actually, I've been to New York, and every time we go to the 9/11 memorial, and now they have a museum, and you get to see. They got everything down there. I mean, the fire trucks and like belongings people have donated, and it's if you ever make it to New York, that's like a number one must see. And we did a walking tour one time, and the dude like told us like a bunch of side stories about the area and anyway. But anyway, yeah. So we just want to bring that up, just on 9/11.
Everybody knows where they were when that happened, right?
Yeah.
Like, kind of just to, you're right. I mean, it kind of refuels all those emotions that you were feeling when it first happened.
Just, I don't want to turn this political or anything, but just last comment before we change gears again. It does bring me back to that time, like we were all united as one people, as Americans, and like it was just a totally different vibe and feel than what it feels like now, and it makes you want that. Again, I don't know. I don't want to get into it.
No, I totally get what you're saying.
But
that was
a totally different feeling. Like I've never felt it before that or since then.
Well, and it sucks that something like that has to happen, something so tragic and devastating, for it to be like it's a reality check. It's like, all right, this is why we're actually here. Like, we're all humans, and we all live in the same country, and we all deep down care about each other and love each other. And that's what matters.
It supersedes all the petty crap that we deal with now on a daily basis.
All the BS is what
and
it
it sucks that you have to have an event like that
to bring you together.
Yeah.
Totally agree.
To quiet all the other noise. But,
totally agree.
But anyway, so, anniversary of 9/11 memorial, and so that's this week, and
definitely reflect tomorrow. That's tough to think back on, but you know what? It made us all stronger.
It changed
as a country, and it changed a lot of things. I mean, it was a reality check for sure.
It changed everything.
Yeah.
So, because I mean, literally, there's pre 9/11 and there's post 9/11.
Yeah.
That's
definitely
it. So, crazy. Anyway, So,
shout out to all the firemen, first responders.
Yes, very much appreciative. And I actually worked with a lady who her husband was
actually activated there.
Yeah. So
that's huge.
I'm trying to think of the most polite and sincere way to say that he passed away at 9/11.
I got you.
At the Pentagon. So
dang.
Anyway, that's and actually they have a memorial for everybody that was involved in all the victims of 9/11, and they have a wall and stuff, and we've actually seen his name and stuff. And last time I went, paid respects. But yeah, so I do know someone personally was directly affected by that. So
give somebody a hug tomorrow.
Yeah.
Some camaraderie.
Yep.
Like,
Just be nice to each other.
We all
I mean,
live here, and we all.
pick each other up. Never know when you're gonna need somebody. Kind
That's
of deal.
right. Because when
And
something like that happens,
and you never know
that's-
how people are affected.
yeah.
So, anyways, all right. Let's switch up. Let's get into Cody's favorite crap. I guess
Apple.
This is the segment called Cody's crap.
What's which is funny because I had no idea that Apple, surprise, surprise, released their new up and coming items. 2019 Apple, what was it? The show,
Woo!
Apple show.
Yeah, whatever.
You know?
I had to give
Another
you
phone.
I had to give you material so I could shit on it. That's what happens.
I'm not gonna sit here and talk long on it.
Good.
Dude, I'm a consumer. Whatever. I like my Apple MacBook and my Apple phone.
So the main takeaways they came out with today.
Apple TV.
Apple TV. So that's the new Apple TV Plus.
Yep.
Which is the streaming service they're going to roll out.
$4.99 a month.
Yeah, they came out with the price $4.99 a month.
Yep.
What do you get with that $4.99? Nobody knows
Don't
because
know
they
yet.
don't have content. But yippee!
But it's $4.99.
And it's got the freaking Apple logo, so it'll sell like hotcakes.
It's just an
even
addition
better,
to your
they're-
monthly iTunes fee or whatever.
They're
already.
giving it away. When you buy a new Apple product, you
Yeah.
get a year of this
Hey,
content.
it's only worth it if that content
and
is
content is in quotations.
great. Hey, I'm with you, Chuck. I'm with you. And then the Apple iPhone 11.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
They came out with that. 3 different versions.
They got the Apple 11, Apple
3 different tiers. I guess you could
11
say.
Pro,
Mhm.
and the Pro,
Pro Max. Yep.
You want to explain the cool, the innovative, the groundbreaking
Man, he's shitting on it
upgrade?
you're shitting on it so bad.
No, I mean, cool. Who doesn't want 3 cameras on the back of their phone?
Dude, Twitter is just tearing Apple apart. I encourage
There's 3
everybody to-
cameras on the back of
There's
it.
3 cameras, yeah. Well, no, there's
And
3
like-
different angles or
No, well, it's
what
3
would you-
different lenses.
lenses, yeah.
But it's
wide.
essentially 3 different cameras on the back. Of
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
And like you showed me earlier, it looks like an electric stove. Is what it
It's
looks
not
like.
it's not awful, but
It's 1 camera away from looking like an
Yeah.
electric stove on the back.
yeah. I'm ready to see the new version of a phone. Not an iPhone, not a Samsung. I'm ready to see the new.
We're too far gone for that.
Why do you think that?
I mean, there's the market's dominated. There's no.
I know. You know what I want to be wowed though. I want to be wowed like here's the
Okay,
new phone
okay,
and it's
I
not
don't- I don't-
it's not a handheld device.
I don't know how to tell you this. You will not get the wow factor from Apple no more.
I know that because he's gone.
Yeah,
but
they're behind.
I know. But that's what I'm waiting on. Like
So,
everybody's over this. I'm over.
All the innovation comes from the other phone manufacturers, and then Apple
Yeah,
spins it
I know.
to make it seem
I know.
cool.
I know he's gone.
Basically, we have another iPhone 11, and
Hey,
the upgrade is the
Silicon
camera.
Valley, step it up. Where you at? Where you little?
They don't care. They're just
millennials
collecting that money.
at. Anyways,
But
so
yeah.
yeah, I mean, I'm not super impressed. Obviously,
It all goes on sound soon. I think sometime in September. I think they're taking pre-orders. So go get your new 3-camera, $1,100
also
iPhone 11.
Apple Arcade. I'm not sure what that was, but
Oh, that's another part of their crap they did earlier. I'm again not impressed.
Yeah.
But that's okay.
moving on.
Moving on. Okay, now we're here.
Now we're here.
Now we're here. We made it to sports. We have yet to come up with a name. And I actually was thinking about
Chuck Sports.
It's not Chuck Sports.
It's Chuck Sports.
Chuck Sports.
Welcome to Chuck Sports.
Chuck Sports. No.
On this edition,
On this edition of Chuck Sports. All
we do need to come up with it.
right, before we get into NFL, because you know that's where we live, NFL football, I do want to have a quick college football discussion.
Okay.
And that is...
I saw one game, just to let you know ahead of time.
Which one was that?
Wanted to let you know ahead of time. I only watched one game, and honestly, I didn't even watch it. I saw the tail end of it, and then I watched the highlights. Texas LSU game.
Okay, good, because that's one of the ones I want to talk about.
Great game.
Not because, and I don't want to talk about it because we're in Texas.
Mm-hmm. No, not at all.
So
I think the LSU quarterback just killed it.
No, so it was number 9 versus number 6 LSU, and the other game to mix in with that, again, not because I'm an A&M fan, live in Texas, is the Clemson number 1 versus the number 12 A&M.
Yeah.
The reason I want to bring it up is because
I don't know what happened in that game, and I still don't know what happened.
Oh, A&M got stomped.
Okay.
It wasn't close.
Okay.
Actually, if you want my honest opinion about it,
I saw a few posts where people were like,
the
A&M will give it a shot today. We'll see what happens.
The A&M quarterback, no, in my opinion, the A&M quarterback got in that big moment game and got deer in headlights.
Yeah.
Got scared and played scared. In my opinion, that's what happened.
It's a good, so they're also playing
they're
a damn
kids,
good team,
and they're playing the number 1 team in the country, national champ. I mean, I don't blame them. I mean, it happens, but that's essentially what happened. The quarterback got scared and played scared.
I got you.
But what I want to talk about is that these were all ranked teams that don't play in the same conference.
Yeah.
And so, like, Texas played a number 6 LSU and a number 9 Texas schedule a game. They don't have to play this game.
Right.
A&M and Clemson don't have to, but they play these games. And
to sell out stadiums.
Yeah, but think about it. These are all top ranked teams. They play each other. Whoever the loser is essentially, for all intents and purposes, knocked out in week 2.
Yeah,
which sucks. And
yeah, that's
luckily we do have a playoff now, so it's a 14 playoff. But it's still hard to crack that top 4 with a loss
on your record. Yeah,
and so and judging by the rankings, actually, so LSU moved from 6 to 4. Texas moved from 9 to 12.
Yeah.
A&M moved from 12 to 16.
I mean, it's good football.
They didn't drop far. It's just, all I want to say about it is hopefully they find a way to, I don't know, reward these teams that do go out on a limb and play these games.
Yeah.
And to where it doesn't completely cripple their, so like.
Well, the ticket sales is how they're rewarded.
No, I'm talking about, I don't care about the ticket sales. The kids don't get none of the money.
Is. I mean, that's a huge game. Think about going to the Texas LSU game, and that's the only game you go to for the season.
So like Texas LSU play each other. They're number 9 and number 6.
Yeah.
And one of them loses. Meanwhile, Ohio State or whoever gets the whoop up on a community college 70-10 and stay the number 2 ranked team in the country.
Yeah, that sucks.
That's what's stupid.
Yeah.
So that's what I don't like about. That's why I don't like college football. Is that when the good teams play each other, one of them's punished.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, other teams are playing crap teams. And you literally have, which NFL was kind of a exception this week, but in college football, I see it all the time: 70-10, 64-3. Like it's absurd.
Yeah.
And they get rewarded for that crap. And I just think that's just why I don't like college football.
That sucks.
When good teams match up, there should be an extra, I don't know, points awarded to that. In whatever the algorithm is to determine the champions.
But they're ranked teams, though.
Yeah,
the Texas, the LSU, the A&M, the Clemson.
But they're not.
Those are good games.
But they're not in the same division. So
true. Like
the only reason they play each other is because 3 years ago they said, "Hey, we're gonna assign these games to make our resume look good."
Yeah.
Well, I mean they're trying, but the loser still. I mean A&M plays number 1 Clemson. They dropped 4 spots or whatever.
You got a loss on your record.
And you got a loss on your record. But it's still the number 1 team in the country. Meanwhile, like I said, they're the other. Ranked 2, 3, and 4 are beating up on community colleges. So anyway, that's my gripe and my just comment on college football in a nutshell. So anyway, let's move on to NFL real quick. I don't think anybody has any more time to waste on Antonio Brown, but we have to mention what has happened since we recorded last.
Jeez Louise.
Which everything.
All I gotta say is jeez Louise.
Jeez Louise. As of Friday, Thursday, he wasn't going to play in the Monday night for Oakland. Friday morning, he was going to play. Friday afternoon, he gets released. Or no, Saturday morning he gets released, and Saturday afternoon he gets picked up by the New England Patriots. So
all before NFL Week 1 starts.
So what do you think about that? What do you take out of that?
Man, there's a lot of talk, which I know we're going to talk about.
Because I'll tell you, like I said, I don't want to spend too much time on Antonio Brown.
Yeah.
I think
We're on the same page.
the last few weeks was a complete setup. Like since training camp pretty much started, it was a complete setup to get out of Oakland.
The helmet thing
Yeah.
makes so much sense now. It was so petty.
Everything that he does now makes sense.
The feet thing, though.
No, that was...
I hope that wasn't done intentionally.
No, that was a legit mess up.
Because you're a crazy man, but I wouldn't put it past Antonio Brown to do some crazy shit like that.
Well, what's crazy...
To intentionally hurt the bottom of your feet so you can't...
No, he wouldn't do that.
I don't know, man.
I don't think it went
crazy.
that... I think that was a legit coincidence, but
Maybe.
it fueled the helmet thing and then not showing up. But here's the one, he signed with New England so quick.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And two, New England tried to trade for him when he was at Pittsburgh, and Pittsburgh flat out refused to negotiate because they did not want to trade him to a rival of their caliber. That's why they were okay sending him to Oakland.
Right.
They weren't worried about Oakland. They did not want him to go to the Patriots. So the Patriots never got in the running for him. Then all of a sudden, all this crap comes out. And it just the final note on this, why I think it's legit staged and was all coordinated brilliantly, by the way.
Yes.
Is that he hired social media and consultants.
Yes.
To basically, if you were going to get fired from a company, or what's the best and most effective way to get thrown off my team?
Yes.
And that's why
via social media.
And that's why he posted the letter.
Yep.
The fine letter, and then he also cussed out his GM.
Yeah.
And then on Friday, when he got a $250,000 fine, he made a video and posted it. And so, that's why I think it's all orchestrated and it was done. And it's just another way New England finds a way to get around the rules.
3.7 million followers. He's on Instagram, which is where it all went down, right? He hired, like you just said.
Well, this explains why everyone thought he was crazy, because he was doing crazy things to get kicked off. Like, it all makes sense to me now. Like,
it does.
Nothing's absurd anymore.
It does.
It's like, okay, we see the final picture. You didn't want to play there anymore.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So
it's very clear that the helmet issue was.
We're going to find
petty.
out is, did he know that he had a place in New England if he found a way to get it out of the deal?
To me, that's very clear.
Yeah. Well, even on so he didn't sign in time to play this week for the Patriots.
Right.
But his agent Drew Rosenhaus was there, and they asked him. He's like, "I've been instructed by Coach Belichick not to comment or say any more words on anything regarding the Patriots acquisition of Antonio Brown," which screams, "Shut up!
Already acquired.
Don't say anything."
Yeah.
So anyway, that's it for Antonio Brown, and hopefully,
do you want to drop that little nug?
Sure, go for it. Let's get it out of the way.
I'm not going to say anything.
No.
All I'm going to say is there's more news.
But no, I'll say it. Go, because I don't want to touch on it again next week. Like, I want to move on from Antonio Brown.
Because an entire week's going to go by. Who knows what's going to freaking happen?
So right before we started recording, it came down that a federal charges have been brought against Antonio Brown by his former trainer for 3 sexual assault instances. So
supposedly they were in a consensual relationship.
Yeah, she says it was not. It was
like girlfriend.
It was rape and abuse. He says we were in a consensual relationship. It's all didn't go down that way. So that dropped tonight. So just more Antonio Brown crap to go on.
He's going to be on my bench again. Because I drafted him in our league.
Oh my god! I have tried to get you.
I know.
I have tried to get you to trade me him.
I know, and I should have done it.
Multiple times. I told you from here on out.
But Chuck, what would you be doing right now if I did go through that trade? How would you feel right now? And let's talk about that real quick, as quick as we can. Who were you going to trade me for Antonio Brown?
It doesn't matter now.
I want to know.
No.
I want to freaking know.
It doesn't matter now.
Gosh,
I told you. You told me no. I said okay. Because when I did that,
I was trying to wait it out.
When I did that, it was when the Raiders said they were going to suspend him.
Yeah.
And so
I'm going to wait it out.
I knew he wasn't going to play. We knew he wasn't going to play.
I'll wait it out.
So I said okay. I'll strike now. And I told you from here on out his value is going to fall.
I realize that.
And
But then he got picked up by the Patriots, and his value went up.
And now he's got sexual assault charges.
And then you texted me again. And you're like, "Are you sure you don't want to trade AB?"
I did.
And I held on to him, and now
Because who's to say he's not legit crazy and doesn't mess this up?
I know. Anyways, all right.
Yeah, I know. Whatever I was going to offer you is not on the table anymore.
Obviously.
So it would be completely different.
All right, enough AB.
All right, let's do our recap from last week. And all we're going to recap is we are in an NFL pick'em.
Mm-hmm.
We pick 4 teams.
Yep.
That we think will win. We get a point for each win, and we cannot pick the same team 2 weeks in a row.
That's right.
So last week we both went 3-1, so we're tied up.
That's right.
With 3 points.
You want to go yours first, or you got it? You got it over there.
Yeah, I got it all down.
Go on ahead. Go on ahead, Chuck.
We both picked the Cowboys, so they dominated.
Huge win.
And
Loved it. Dak threw 4 touchdowns.
Yeah, Dak was on fire. The offense was on fire. Defense, everything.
Wow.
Dude,
Post Malone. Wow.
The Cowboys showed up and showed what happens when you get rid of those Scott Linehan. So anyway, we both got a win there.
Yes.
It was awesome to watch. Let's see what else we got. I picked the Chargers to win. They did. It actually got close late, and they went at the overtime. So they won 30-24. I also picked the Raiders, and fortunately, I picked the Raiders before Antonio Brown got suspended and before he got released and before he got picked up with the Patriots. The Raiders still pulled it out. They had a pretty sound, solid game plan. They
Gruden, man.
They won. That rookie Josh Jacobs.
Hey, knock on wood.
Knock on wood.
What does he say?
Knock on wood if you're with me.
I'm with you, Gruden.
And then my loss was the Browns, which was just abysmal. Which actually, when you look at the final score was 43-13.
Mm-hmm.
When you look at that, it looks bad, and they played bad.
Yeah.
But dude, it was 20.
Baker threw how many interceptions though? Right?
He threw 3, but it was
stupid.
The final score was 43-13. At the start of the fourth quarter, it was 22-13.
Yeah, they just gave up.
That's when he threw all the interceptions.
Yeah.
So, and then it just became, they got steamrolled.
Yeah.
So the Titans scored 21 unanswered points in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
And that was my loss. So you went with the Saints.
Mm-hmm. Great game,
dude. That was an awesome
Unbelievable game.
Awesome game.
Best game of the first week, right? Week 1, hands down. Saints over Texans,
especially for prime time.
Yeah,
it was fantastic.
That was the top game.
Yeah, that was a thriller. And then you also went with the Chiefs, who they soundly beat.
Yes,
the Jags, which Nick Foles got hurt.
Yeah.
So that sucks.
Man.
Real quick, okay.
Unbelievable.
I'm going to get on Patrick Mahomes' ass.
Poor guy.
Patrick Mahomes' ass real quick.
Yeah, because he tried to throw a no-look.
Yes.
What an idiot.
Dude, I'm cool with it. Like, I like the swag.
No, but that was dumb.
But
that was freaking
He had
dumb.
a wide open Travis Kelce. And he tried the no-look pass and sailed it about 7 feet above his head. And after the game, he said, I owe him dinner or something. Dude.
No, you just don't need to do some dumb shit like that.
Just slide it in there. That's just a kid having fun playing. I get it.
But if I was his coach, I'd be riding his ass. Be like, I don't have time.
Fantasy impact. Get the ball.
If I'm his head coach, though, I don't have time for that shit. Like, look at the man and throw the ball and put it in his hands.
Trust me, I'm a Brett Favre fan, so I have no problem with goofy, crazy passes.
I get it.
When the situation calls for it. But I mean, it's one thing like last year when he was trying to get away from people tackling him and trying to find a hole. Yeah. This was just wide open. Just throw it.
He was trying to flex.
He was
that's
flex.
what he was trying to do.
On him and,
he had a wide open Kelce.
Anyway, that's all I want to say about that. And then you picked the Bears, which I was on board with. I didn't pick them, but I thought it would happen. And that was the most boring game. Was the Bears lost? Way to
kick off the NFL, man.
So, geez, yeah, that was a snoozer. Okay, so anyway, those were the games we have.
Saints over Texans was the best game of the week.
Yes, that was very enjoyable. Yeah, that was really good.
Yeah. All right, let's do this.
Okay, let's get our. So we both got 3 points each, and we're gonna make picks for this week. You're already cheating. You're over here looking at my picks. All right.
So what?
Let's do you want to go first or me go first?
Go ahead.
All right. So it would help if I had wrote down the opponents. So that might help, folks.
Here you go. I'll go first.
Okay, you go first.
I got Panthers over Bucks. Cam Newton. Let's go.
Solid pick. Okay.
right?
Yeah.
Browns over Jets. I expect the Browns to come back hot.
Because the Bucks are terrible.
Hey, I'm trying to win. I'm not trying to lose. Whatever. Is this a good time? Well, no. Let's plug that
when
after.
we're done. Yeah,
Yeah.
when we're done.
Moral of the story here, though, is I'm trying to win. I'm trying to beat you every week, Chuck.
Yeah.
So yeah, if I know the Panthers are going to beat the Bucks, if that's an easy win for me, I'm
take it.
Sorry,
Take it.
Cam Newton, let's go.
Yeah.
Browns over Jets. I think the Browns are going to rebound, come back.
That one might be closer than you think.
I know it will be, but let's go Browns.
That might be a good game, actually.
It will be. Bills over Giants.
Ooh.
Pretty good. I feel good about it.
Okay.
That's another good game.
Okay.
And then Pats over Dolphins.
Nice. Nice. Okay. Dude, so I'm good with that.
Okay.
That's funny that you phrased it and picked that, because I'll go ahead and say I also picked the Patriots this week.
Yeah, sure. It's an easy one.
Now, you picked the Browns, and I just want to clarify the rules for this competition.
Yeah, go ahead.
You did not pick the Browns last week.
That's right.
I did.
Because I wanted to pick them in week 2.
You are allowed to pick them.
Yeah.
That's all I want to say is you can pick them, I can't. I went with, again, I got to pull the freaking games up. Okay, so I got the Titans playing the Colts. Because if nothing else, that Titans defense proved that they are a force to be reckoned with.
Yeah, I saw that.
And I just think the Colts are sorry without luck. So.
Good pick.
Then of course I got the Patriots as well.
Okay.
I'm going for them W's. So here's my kind of.
I almost picked that game. I see it.
I got the Vikings beating the Packers because I don't think the Packers are good. I think they got lucky against the Bears.
Okay.
And then I'm finishing it up with the Texans playing the Jaguars.
Yeah.
So
Jags, yeah.
Yeah, so those are my picks.
I almost picked both of those games, Chuck.
Man, we're on
Vikings
the same page.
and Texans.
We're going for them W's.
Yeah.
Going for them W's. So
But I was Texans Jags. I feel like that's going to be a good game.
Yeah,
I think so.
Not now. I don't think
after watching Saints. Texans
well, just because
game.
the Jags are back to having no quarterback, which is always their problem.
Yeah, we'll see. Hey,
so
that's why we're doing this.
I'm just taking a look at the schedule to see. So games I didn't pick that I'm interested in: Saints versus Rams. And what else did we have? The Cowboys play the Redskins, but that's not.
It's gonna be, hey, that's a rubber.
But yeah,
match.
that's probably
that's a good game.
Those games
Cowboys
are probably the good ones. The Saints and Rams, and what was the other one? Oh, the Browns and Jets. So
man, I gotta say, Cowboys. I almost feel like you picked them for Super Bowl, right? You picked them for Super Bowl?
Yeah, kind of lazy way. Them are the Saints, yeah. But they're contenders, dude.
Shit.
They're contenders.
I'm ready to see Zeke. But okay, real quick. I'm sorry. Yes, we're Cowboys fans, but for Dak to come out and show out like that, throwing the ball 4 times, and Zeke played no part, right? No. He ran the ball a few times, had a few touches.
I think he had 50 yards and a touchdown.
0 effect on the game, and we went out and killed it like that.
Yeah.
And you don't have Zeke playing yet.
Yeah.
You don't have Zeke carrying the ball.
Yeah. Well, he was on a pitch count anyway. Coming off the holdout, he was on a pitch count, so they were going to use him sparingly anyway.
Hey, let's go Cowboys!
Let's go, dude. This season's going to be fun because there's a lot of good teams. I just like getting new teams in the mix. Anyway, okay. So that's the picks for this week.
Good stuff.
Again, Cody's got Panthers, Browns, Bills, Patriots. Chuck has Titans, Vikings, Texans, and the Patriots. So eventually one of us is going to break out.
Right on.
And we're going to have some kind of loser thing. Like somebody.
Let's talk about that.
Let's talk about
real
it. Let's talk about it.
We talked about this earlier. So we want to get some engagement. We want to get our listeners involved with this. What, at the end of the season, whoever loses, we want it to be significant. So somebody, either obviously Chuck or I, are going to lose. But the deal is, if we lose, we got to do something drastic, right?
Yeah.
We got to do something.
It's a punishment.
Crazy. It's a punishment, yeah. A very mildly severe punishment.
Mildly severe punishment.
Not going to kill us, but
we want
super embarrassing, whatever it may be.
We want feedback.
We want ideas.
And ideas for what we can use as punishment. So we want the listeners, you guys that engage with us on social media, just comment on a post or just
Episode post.
message us or tag us, whatever. Give us some ideas, and then we'll also come up with some. And at some point during the season, we'll have a poll of the best ideas, and then we'll pick one.
Yeah,
and
that'll be it.
That's how we'll do it. But we want to know what is something you guys would think would be a
just
fair
drop
punishment.
in the comments and say, "Hey, loser gets."
And even better if we can record it, like be able to record audio of it, or B, record video, because we're going to have to do either be able to record it on the podcast, or at least be able to video it.
I mean,
so
we already
can put it
got
on
big
social
things
media.
planned for this podcast. So
we're
not even
still
there
working.
yet. Like, let's go.
We're still working, but yeah, that's gonna do it for this episode of Modern Dude Chat.
Shout out to our listener who gave us the bourbon again.
Yes,
much appreciated.
Yes, and it will be returned with plenty left.
Maybe.
Well, unless Cody goes hammers down on it. But no, really, really good.
Very
Thanks
gracious.
for
Thank you.
Again, anyone else out there that wants to hook us up with something, or at least give us a suggestion, bring it on. And if you want to get in touch with us, you want to tell us what the punishment should be, give us a suggestion, give us a topic, tell us how awesome or terrible we are, you can find us on social media at Modern Dude Chat. If you want to target one of us specifically, you can find me at Modern Chuck.
You can find me at Cody Murph, CODYMURF.
That's going to do it for this episode. We'll catch you next time.
Peace.